The Matrix is everywhere, even now in this very room. What's up? We back with a react. This is going to be coming from Novely. Kai Cenat should not have put him on. We are talking about none other than Rakai. I just did a video on him from the same channel, and looks like he apparently went on stream and was talking reckless. So we ain't gonna waste no time. Let's get to it.
Phone and saying, I hope you. They got my mom's phone number, telling her that we know where you live. I wanna be the bigger person. I don't wanna just, crash out, say all these little things that, wait, chat, no, Mari girl, Mari, suck my, you ugly.
It's brought to my attention, he called someone up and was like, yo, how do you feel about Mari? They're gonna be like, yeah, I like Mari, she cool. You're gonna be like, I don't with that. So this is not your first time calling me out my name.
Recently, Rakai has gone live and made the entire situation that everybody was on his side for 10 times worse, turning the entire internet against him again, having even the streaming community do a complete 180 because of his most recent actions on his most recent stream, talking about the entire Mr. Beast event. And since this is a part 2, I advise you to go watch the first video I made on this entire situation so you can get the full context, because I will only be doing a short recap of the most relevant.
Make sure y'all watch my reaction to that.
I want to yap too much, so why don't we just start from the very beginning with who even are all these people involved and how did we get here?
Why you keep one for me?
No, because you're bad energy, bro. You're bad energy.
People just don't like you because your reputation. They're like, nah, we're not doing no with this.
Bro, I'm not the most hated person, bro.
Yeah, you up there.
If I have a chance, I'm getting him out. Yep. He needs to leave.
Mr. Beast was hosting his 50 streamer challenge, and after the events of the said challenge, a bunch of people online were getting a ton of hate, but no one liked Rakai because of how he was acting towards specific streamers while he was in there, like saying womp womp to Mari, forcibly getting somebody out during the challenge, along with basically doing a Fortnite reload dance pack on somebody after they got eliminated. And this caused the online space to start making crazy comments attacking him left and right. Honestly, pretty unwarranted, because a lot of the stuff that he was actually doing during the event was very tame for how Rakai normally acts. And the internet was actually on his side, with a bunch of people even sticking up and defending him one after another because they felt like what he was doing and what he was getting hate for was truly unjustified. Unfortunately for Rakai though too, we had to wait for his response because he didn't speak up first day or make a stream appearance or talk about the event at all. He just let all of the hate simmer, and most recently came back on his stream to voice his opinions on everything that had been going on.
Bigger person, I want to be the bigger person, and I don't want to just, crash out, say all these little things that, cause I want to be the bigger person, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the bigger person today, bro. I want to be the bigger person. So y'all probably hear like, oh my God, yes, Rakai, say what you gotta say. And the third, I just want to be the bigger person for the first time. And chat, this is the first time I ever got this much hate and I did nothing wrong. Let's be honest, chat. This is the first time I ever got this much hate and I didn't do nothing wrong except for try to win the game. Can we all just admit this real quick? Can we all just go up real quick? I didn't do nothing wrong. All I did was try to win. I'm sorry I'm competitive. I'm sorry I'm trying to win. I'm sorry I'm trying to win. And now, I can't hold this back. I gotta say it. I'm sorry. To everybody, I'm sorry.
This was the beginning of a response and felt like it was actually going to be a good starting place. For the first time in my life, I was actually going to see a mature response from somebody I wasn't expecting at all. Normally Rakai crashes out, normally he yells at the top of his lungs, normally he goes after people who actually really didn't even do anything. But starting off your response like this left a lot of hope for not only me, but a lot of people on the internet thinking that he was actually going to take a mature route and not feed into the delusion / perception that a lot of people already have for him. And then he did a complete 180 and started talking like this.
Bro, how old is the eliminated? What's his name again? Abris. 40 years old, man. Talk to your community, bro. You 40 years old, gang. Talking about something. You had no mercy for Abraham. Abraham. It's $1 million. And get me wrong, bro. Abraham, bro. We talked on the challenge. Talking about something. Oh, mercy for Abraham. Shut down. I'm talking about mercy for Abraham, bro. And guess what? It was 3 against 1 the last challenge. Yeah, I promise you, chat. Everybody was trying to take me out. You know what I'm saying? It's old too, bro. Why the team about me? You know what I'm saying? Can we just 1v1? Evenly 1v1? Me, you 1v1. Bing, bing, bing.
Even a crash out like this.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. And tell me if y'all agree. Rakai could low-key be in movies. Like, he has that, like, he could be a villain or he could be the superhero. I'm not gonna box him in. But he definitely could be in movies. You know what I'm saying? Because he has like that face or whatever for that. That's funny.
It's actually pretty mature for Rakai. The last time I saw him crash out on somebody, he was talking about their deceased pets and laughing about it, saying womp womp, and talking about why it was their fault. So seeing stuff like this is actually a very big improvement and moving in the right direction. Now, did he call out some people like your rage? You really didn't do anything wrong, I guess, but it's not like they're gonna take it that seriously, and these are actually streamers who are cool with each other, so it's just a light joke in the industry. A response like this was genuinely expected, as Rakai is normally a crash out in the first place, and people were expecting him to go a lot harder because of all the hate they were seeing online. Genuinely, if you scroll through any Twitter space, or again, even some of his photos on IG and looked at the comments, people were dropping racist imagery, calling him the Horde, or saying some of the worst things possible. And he even brought that up and talked about how it wasn't even just him, but everybody who was associated with him, even his mother at times.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, chat, I get hate oftenly. I'm gonna keep it buck, bro. I get hate oftenly. I'm gonna keep it stacked. But it's levels to hate, gang. It's niggas texting me, bro. And I'm gonna say GTA, Twitch, chill. I'm gonna say GTA. It's niggas texting my phone and saying, I hope somebody you and your whole...
Yeah, see, at that point, it's more than just hate. That's like demonic. Like, you know, you wishing that type of stuff on people. This is somebody you don't even know. Yeah, he can be a bit extreme, but that's a part of his brand. Everybody knows this at this point, that this is just how Rakai is. And no, just because he's 17, that doesn't necessarily mean he need to be doing this. So we're not going to say, oh, because he's 17, but it's a part of his brand. Now, he could rebrand, you know what I'm saying? But to be saying that type of stuff, bringing his moms and all that into it, that's not even hate at that point. That's like sick, demonic.
Texas blow up, so you have no open casket. I'm seeing niggas saying, yo, if you ever go out the country and I catch you, I'm on everything I love. This nigga's calling me the hard R. This niggas, they got my mom's phone number, telling her that we know where you live, and you step out the house, I'm gonna you in GTA. Talil getting death threats. Everybody in Chloe getting death threats, my nigga. You feel me? Like, it's like, this shit is like unbelievable. You know what I'm saying?
Now, does Rakai need to go around saying F you to every person that doesn't like him or anybody in that streamer event? Not really, but you understand where his mind is coming from when you see the amount of hate he is actually getting. The fact that people are now going to his mother, other people in his family, like all of that stuff is so unnecessary over a Mr. Beast game. And honestly, even for the most part of the way that Rakai was calling certain people out, people were still on his side. The internet was still backing him, saying that this level of hatred, racism, and all this stuff that's going on is so unnecessary for what actually happened. People competing in a game and being competitive while doing it does not warrant this type of response. And so we got to one of his outbursts that targeted another streamer named Mari.
I can't hold this back. I gotta say it. I'm sorry. To everybody, I'm sorry. Mari, shut the fuck. Listen, to the Maya girl. Wait, chat. Oh, no, Mari girl. Mari, suck my dick, you ugly bitch. Fuck you. Cause that's the look that I'm gonna say right there. Is fuck you. Because I'm looking back at the clips. I'm looking back at what she was saying and all this bad energy and shit. I was like, wow. You know? Fuck you, bitch. Fucking Mari. The fuck? I really actually, you know, kind of fuck with you and shit like that. Shut the fuck up, bitch. And that's why you get. That's what you get. You lost. And that's why you cried about it too. I ain't crying, nigga.
Now, out of everybody in the streaming community that might give Rakai hate,
Yo, Kai low-key remind me of, and y'all tell me if y'all agree, ain't he like Sid from Toy Story? Like, he dead ass is like a black version of Sid with braids. Like, matter of fact, let's take a little crash course here. Let me look up something real quick. Let me look up Sid Toy Story. Let's look up Sid. Yeah, that's definitely Rakai. With braces too. Oh yeah, just black version of Sid. Yeah, for sure. He definitely reminds me of Sid.
Everybody online that was giving him hate, and even the people that were actually there for the reason of him being eliminated and their communities being the ones that caused him hate. The person that he went after was Maury, which for anyone who is unaware of who Maury is, she is a pretty prominent streamer nowadays, but it came up in the WRL community as a mod for Dante, and your rage was even prominent in Discord segments they might have, or in some viral clips of your rage or I'm Dante crashing out because of stuff that people were saying to her or stuff that was happening to her as well. And she was even in some notable dramas with people like Tay Too Smooth because of how people were acting towards her. So this is someone that a lot of people in this space already have a good rapport with, and a lot of people on the internet did not take that well because they felt like she didn't really do anything. There were so many people actually doing stuff to Rakai, saying rude things, and actively feeding and adding on to a lot of the negativity that was piling onto his name, and Maury really wasn't one of those people. You're probably sitting here thinking like, hey, she had to have said something during the event that made him upset, or she had to say something after that definitely rubbed him the wrong way. But in all reality, in most of the clips where she's talking about the event, while she might have a couple of comments here and there, it's nothing too bad, especially when you compare it to the stuff that was actually happening and the way that people were actually attacking his name.
It was an experience.
Love you, Maury.
Womp, 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 womp. Cry about it.
And with that, 7.
And he over here talking about some womp, womp, womp. You was in my ear the entire time, Rakai. Talking about some, you didn't do it. You didn't do that. What is she doing? The whole time. Imagine having somebody in your ear like, you sound like a Tasmanian devil in my ear the whole time, bro. Respectfully. Oh my gosh, the whole video, he a villain, bruh. I'm not even mad about it though, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm so grateful for the experience. I made it real far. And I'm not gonna lie, I did cry because it's like, it was just a lot of emotions at once, okay? Because I am the smallest streamer there, right? And I still did so good. Yeah, it was just really emotional. And then also because Rakai was in my ear, he was selling me. I can't lie. I am still a little salty about that. And I told him literally after. I was like, hey, I was mad at you. I'm not gonna lie, because you was in my ear and you wouldn't be quiet. And I told him what it was. The
first biggest problem that a lot of people have with what Rakai had said initially to respond to what Maury was saying was the fact that he made it seem like he was oblivious to everything that was going on. But as you can see in that response right there, before even Rakai hopped on the stream, she admitted that she even talked to him after scenes and said the exact same thing she just said to us on her stream to him. So he is aware of the things that she said, and he knows that she said certain things about him. So the fact that he got on stream and act like, oh yeah, I don't know why, I'm just now seeing she's saying I got bad energy, she's saying I got this, man, it's just forget about her, is crazy. Along with the fact that while she might have called him out his name and said that he is a Tasmanian devil, I don't know if that warrants this man saying fuck you.
It's like tit for tat
a bitch.
With
that is a little unnecessary, but that's also on the same level that Rakai normally is on. He's gonna get one step further when he truly doesn't need to, and even responding to stuff like what Maury is saying and what Maury has said on her stream, when there is a way bigger issue he should be addressing and focusing on that a lot more people would have had his back with. Now that he's turning a lot of energy and focus and hate onto her, it doesn't make any real sense, because he literally just said that he is dealing with people going crazy at him, sending him a bunch of hate that he feels like is unwarranted. Then it will do a complete 180 and basically do the same thing to her by sending her a ton of hate that is pretty unnecessary.
We're in there for 2 whole days. You guys don't see everything. And before I said that comment, all right, he was coming up to me, not once, not twice, but multiple times, coming up to me saying, you're gonna get out next round, I'm gonna get you out, multiple times. Unwarranted. I ain't do nothing to this nigga. You think I'm not gonna, what do you call that? Bad energy? What energy is that? That's not good energy. After I told him, hey, don't come with me like with that. Please don't come with me with that, because I'm trying to win. Of course I'm gonna call that bad energy, and I'm gonna play the game and get this nigga out, because why would I want him to continue to be in the game and he doing this shit around me? I don't see an issue with that, but I guess when I say it, competitive energy. Oh, and me trying to get him out is competitive energy too. It's a game. We were in a cube. It's a Mr. Beast video, for fuck's sake. I didn't know this shit get that deep. Why is everyone making it deep? It's not that deep. Confronted him after he...
Hey, man, it's $1 million on the line, man. You know what I mean? Not saying that these people don't have $1 million, but shit, $1 million playing a competitive game, I mean, it gets deep, and it's on the Mr. Beast platform. You know?
One, congratulations. I can't lie though. I was trying to get you out. I was saying stuff to get you out. I was trying to get you out to everybody. Okay? He gonna look at me, it's cool, it's whatever, it's cool, it's okay. If he had a problem with it, he could have said it right then and there. He was aware that I was trying to get him out. This is nothing new. Guess what? After I confronted him and apologized and congratulated him on winning, the same night of that shoot, after we ended, we went back to the hotel. It's brought to my attention, he called someone up and was like, yo, how do you feel about Mari? They're gonna be like, yeah, I like Mari, she cool. You're gonna be like, I don't fuck with that bitch. So this is not your first time calling me out my name. You know what I could have done when I reacted to that video? I could have brought that up, but I didn't. When I didn't even know you said womp womp. And I think my reaction to that is valid because it's like,
I think it's just a thing of like, it's a lot of back and forth with these two, little instances here and there. It's like, you know, shots being thrown in the midst of the game because there's $1 million on the line. So one person is taking one thing to heart, making it bigger than what it is. And it's just like all in fun. That's what it should be. It shouldn't be all of this, in my opinion.
In my ear the whole time, distracting me the whole video.
Unwarranted and unnecessary hate is a very big thing, especially when the content creator that's pushing that hate onto another person is already dealing with the ramifications that can come from that. While it might not be on the exact same scale, you just knowingly pushing that hate towards another creator for something that could have just been brushed off or something that really wasn't that deep is a very weird and odd thing to do. And I say immature, but Rakai has done this several times over and over again, to the point it's starting to get old and stale. So when he had this Mr. Beast event thing first happen, a bunch of people were giving him hate for what felt like no reason. We felt like it was going to be a whole new stage and a whole new reform for Rakai. While he might act out crazy and might do these random things, he was actually getting a justified hate for once and could understand why it's truly bad and why he probably wouldn't want to push that onto another person. Yet he immediately does that in his response video, and now is facing a ton of backlash for it, which is all pretty warranted. What makes this all 10 times worse, so people are falling back on the tried and true excuses that they have for Rakai, which even I will admit I have fallen back on in certain videos I made about him, which is the fact that he is 17, he's still a kid, so at the end of the day, he's just gonna be immature.
He's only 17 thing is not gonna stick for long. His behavior is not improving, okay? And no one is correcting it. And I'm gonna be honest.
It's crazy that people saying no one is correcting his behavior. It's like talking about him as if though he's still in grade school. He's 17 years old, okay? Like, if I was to probably, you know, ask my dad, you know, what was going on when you were 17? What were y'all like at 17? I'm pretty sure he would tell me we was outside. We was outside. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to go into too much detail about what I mean when I say outside, but for those who can fill in the blanks, yeah, it was that type of time. You know what I'm saying? Early 80s, New York City and Queens and stuff like that. It was crazy outside and they was in it. They wasn't doing this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? The type of stuff that 17-year-olds might have been crashing out over is the re-up or my money's being played with. That's what they were crashing out over. You know what I mean? This type of stuff, nah.
I'll take the heat. I'll take the hate for saying this shit because everyone's enabling him. No one's speaking out against all of this. He already called Cutie a bitch and disrespecting her event that she invited him to. Like what? How long is 17? He's only 17 gonna be able to be applied to him. It's, bro, when he turned 18, now what? And this is not even coming out of like a area of like hate or anything for him. I was once a 17-year-old on the internet. I was annoying, but guess what? I'm not as annoying anymore, okay? Like, what the heck? That was an excuse for when I was moderating people's chats and everything, and I was fucking being annoying. No one was like, but she's only 17. Stop. No one gave a fuck. I still got death threats, and it's still crazy how you went on stream after being like, yeah, I'm getting death threats, racism, everything, man. And then you did a 180, and you sent hate my way in front of 20,000 people. Yeah, just a reminder, videos are edited. You guys don't see the whole thing. You guys are not there. We literally sat down and talked to Rakai, and try to pick out his thoughts and say the way he's moving is not like the best way to move and that he needs to improve on his behavior inside the cube. Me, Jason, Chris, Josh, Yana, everyone was there talking to him, and he's just hard-headed. He don't want to listen.
The thoughts that are being voiced right now by Mari have been being voiced since Rakai had came on the internet. Much people have been saying his behavior is outrageous, and they gave him the excuse of, hey, he's just 16, he is going to improve, is going to be all right. Then he got around Kai Cenat and his collective and was still acting the exact same way, hoping that Kai and the people that he was around would definitely give him some sort of counseling to tell him that he needs to improve his behavior in some way. And yet he still found himself in controversy, he still found himself in drama, and it was mainly because of his behavior, how he was behaving, and how he was being immature. immature. But this time he was around the Clover Boys, a bunch of other crash outs, and basically doing the exact same things they do, just overall enabling his behavior with really no signs of improvement at any point in time. And truly, there is no amount of excuses you can give to his age because he has a ton of people around him who are trying to be role models in some way, and yet it's not improving at all. And again, originally a bunch of people were on Rakai's side defending him, and those exact same people immediately switched their tune when they saw he was acting towards Mari.
I feel like this is a little aggressive. Man. Rakai, man, we need you to. I could hire a therapist, brother. Maybe we have a sit down. Maybe you have a sit down. I could get it for you. What's going on, man? Everything I've seen your Rakai. I saw your social security number on Twitter yesterday, bro, with your address and your full bank statements and everything from this guy who I couldn't understand it. It wasn't in English.
But he is surrounded literally by adults, and they do need to, like, it's not necessarily like telling him to not be himself, but nigga, move better. You just gotta move better. It's like no one's there to really talk to him. No one's there or has that, he don't got that much respect for anybody there to actually sit down and listen to them. Like literally, I don't know.
No way, he's wilding. Y'all say he only 17? Rakai, bro, in my opinion, bro, come on, bro. We calling our queens bitches, bro. We can't be doing that, man. We can't be doing that, man. Come on.
A lot of people have this constant issue with Rakai, his age, how he acts, and the moves that he makes. So he has such a big following, influence, and a bunch of people around him that can definitely support and guide him in the right direction. It just seems like with every controversy, no matter if it's initially handled well, no matter if people are initially on Rakai's side,
I just think that, like I said, it's a part of his brand. You know what I mean? To just be loud and courageous. Now, I'll say this. In these type of spaces, you can only be on, there's three sides that you can be on. You can be too far on one side or too far on the other side. But the best place to be is right in the middle where there's balance. See, right now, Rakai is very loud and, rage bait, type of creator. And so it worked to get him where he's at, but it's starting to affect him in a negative way. So he's kind of got to tone it down and maybe move more towards the middle where you could still kind of be like that, but you can be more like, you know what I'm saying? And that may come with the rebranding if there is one, you know what I'm saying? Because you keep hearing that, a lot, that he might go through, what Speed went through. You know what I mean? So
finds a way to flip the entire script and somehow make everybody from every corner of the internet start to dislike him all over again. And it never truly makes any sense until you really dissect the fact that he is not having any people actually either be good role models for him or actually try to discipline him, which at the end of the day, while people may call him a kid, at 17, you could definitely comprehend.
And another thing too, you got to realize he got a lot of yes men around him. You feel me? They're like, look, this money that he's making, being a streamer and things like that, is taking care of me. So the last thing I'm going to do is tell him how he need to act and all that. I'm going to leave that to his mama. I'm not going to tell him nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga taking care of me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just let him rock out. But that's not always a good thing, man.
And do things that you're supposed to do and understand the things that you're actually doing. And he just shouldn't be moving the way that he is. And he doesn't seem to truly care. Because at the end of the day, he still has a following. At the end of the day, he still has a house full of people that are going to motivate him to do the stuff that he does. And even at certain points, enable the bad behaviors that he has. And he still is going to have a bunch of people talking about him. But his name is going to be relevant for times to come. Especially if he keeps acting like this. Well, I would hope instead that he would have like an entire recovery like someone such as Speed, who started off on the internet being crazy, being wild, having some of the most outrageous clips, and even getting banned for the crazy things that he said. And nowadays is able to go to NFL games, be a whole soccer mogul, travel across the world. I just truly don't see that happening for Rakai because he doesn't really have people around him who seem to be enabling a changing type of behavior.
He's literally a child. He's an immature child. There's no maturity in his bones at all. You're saying you said before Reem met you, he was wilding, but now he's good. So why ain't Rakai good after being around AMP and Clover? They just let him wild out. I don't know what Rakai does. I don't know who Rakai is around entirely the entire day. I know that I've held Reem accountable when Reem said some dating shit to me in the car. And I was thinking to myself, ooh, I'm gonna send this nigga back to fucking trenches. I'm like, but in my head, I'm like, yo, bro, this nigga is a kid, bro. He doesn't know any better. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to actually have somebody who is grown and mature, who used to be a crash out,
to show niggas that it's not the way. But if a crash out is a round of a crash outs, what do you think is gonna, if an immature teenager is around a bunch of other crash outs who are older than him, what is he gonna be entitled or enforced to do? Crash out, right?
I feel like every time I talk about Rakai, it's the same conversation over and over again with these same played out excuses over and over again. At a certain point, these excuses aren't going to have any more weight to them. At a certain point, these conversations are going to stop happening. It's going to affect him in ways that he probably doesn't like, which he focuses on content a lot. If it starts affecting his content, his relationships with certain people, then he'll definitely want to make a bigger change. If it starts affecting sponsorships he's able to get, then he'll definitely want to make a change. If it starts affecting his interpersonal relationships, then he'll definitely want to make a change. And until any of that happens, I don't see a road where Rakai even cares about the way that people online perceive him and the way that certain people probably won't associate with him, because it's just not going to make that big of an impact in his eyes. And that's pretty unfortunate, because we've seen content creators go down this route for their entire career and it never turns out well. I don't want to see Rakai be put in conversations next to Jack Doherty because he doesn't know how to get his act together when he has so much actual promise. But at the end of the day, that is just how I feel. If you want to tell me how you feel, the best place to do that would be the comment section down below, because this video was unfortunately over. But if you did enjoy this video, maybe
it's gonna be the end of the video. Yeah, Rakai just needs to, you know, chill as far as his approach to things. We can't keep saying that, you know, him being 17 as an excuse because he's going to be 18, 19, 20. And then what are you going to say then? You know what I mean? But, you know, it's a part of his brand, but he does have to probably do some restructuring in my opinion, because he, you know, you saying certain things, you're talking reckless, and there's kids that be watching you. You know what I mean? And so if you're going to have any long-term trajectory, you're going to have to rebrand or just change the way in which you approach things, because the sustainability, you know what I mean? Because it's not, I'm not going to say there aren't people my age watching him, but it's mostly probably teenagers, young teens that watch him, you know what I'm saying? And enjoy his content. So, you know, that's the situation with that. I'll be sure to link this video in case y'all want to check out some more of his videos. Go support him. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Make sure you chin check that like button, take the subway, and be sure to sound off in the comments section until security kicks your asses out. It's your boy Robbie. Until the next video, we gone.